We are moving really quickly through these phases. Shifts that I'm constantly telling you about, boom, 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 and also completely going into other realities, but only if you are connected to them, entangled with them, and that's a choice. I have a very special download today, a channeled message. No, nothing's taken over my body. In fact, you may have been getting this message. This is the next phase. This one is kicking in right now, and you have to listen to this one. It is critical, and I hope to bring you real peace, because you may be going through some stuff right now. Maybe it doesn't make sense. I'm going to explain what's happening out there and what is now required that maybe nobody's talking about right now. You ready? Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. Yeah, I got my hat on. It's getting serious. Oh, actually, it is getting serious. You know, I'm here to raise the frequency of the planet, one light being at a time. One thing counts. One thing counts. Now, I said this to somebody and I had an epiphany. I said, you are a grain of sand in endless beaches. And it seems so insignificant, a grain of sand. When I shift one grain of sand, all of them shift, and you may not see it, but they do. You are a grain of sand, and you are that important to the universe. One thought that shifts the entire universal grain of sands. Now, I have something to tell you. I noticed a very, very big, significant event that happened that is now taking us from transformation, transition. This was the year of action. But this event that I spoke of in my last video is actually now you know what to do, or you at least know that you have to take the action, and getting some direction and assistance as to what that is. Now, if you're not seeking it, seeking you shall find. That's what seek means. When you open yourself up to what is next, what is best, what is highest, I don't know what to do, you'll receive it. When you're trying to control it from the ego, well, you're blocking it. Now I have Breakthrough Fear. I have a free master class and I talk about this. And I will always talk about Breakthrough Fear, because fear is the only thing that holds you back. Why would you not move forward on anything? Because change is very uncomfortable. And what we're going to go through right now is very important for you to understand. This major channeled message to you about the next phase of the planet is critical. You're critical. What is it? I'm going to tell you it right now. Be brave. Don't let that frighten you. I'm going to explain. Be strong. This is the ultimate test. Now, you might be saying, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Could it get worse? Of course it could get worse if we choose it. It doesn't have to get worse. The transition, the transformation of the planet into a new Earth is one with challenges, but different reactions. We actually go into a phase where when a challenge comes, it's not a problem. It's a teaching. And we say, homeless person, let us all get together. Now, let's find out, A, if this person wants help. B, if they do, how can we as a community come to support them and create some things for them to change their situation, because we are community. So we become a community, which means that the new Earth doesn't stop having challenges. We just become completely different light beings handling it. It's not a problem. It is a challenge. It's a teaching. How do we come together? We learn so much from the challenge and coming together to solve these issues, and it becomes this amazing opportunity. That's the new phase. That's the big event that's happening now. And you will now receive all kinds of ideas and answers, but not if you're in the way. If you're in the way of that, you're blocking it. And that's fear, oh, the future, blah, 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 blah. Shut your pie hole, because you can change anything right now and tap into a life you never imagined possible. Yeah. During all this, especially now, because we're pulling off all of the baby wheels, right? We're pulling them off. Now, as we transition into the new earth, and those who want to go into that space, it's a choice. Some people still want to experience darkness. They maybe haven't evolved as much, and they want to go into that phase and experience certain things. They're also our teachers, right? So those in the higher frequencies, and that is endless, get to decide how they react to that. So when you battle and fight and separate, you're not awakened. You're still actually in the same basement that they're in, with the mold and, it's stinky rats, and, there's no windows in there, and you just don't see the light. You just see other people as a problem. That's not awakening. Awakening is when we come together and say, okay, that came from something. That came from fear or anger or ego. And ego always comes from fear because it's always trying to protect itself, right? So now we have a different response. Now we are asked to be really strong warriors, because now some of you are experiencing some very dark feelings because the things that aren't working are really shaking up right now. And so that's causing a lot of anxiety and fear and, hopelessness and all this stuff. And that's in the collective, and you're picking up on it. And also you might be experiencing your own challenges, which are actually opportunities for you to change into something else. It's like time for this to change. And if you fight it and struggle against it, say something's going bad or wrong, then you still have some learning to do. So if you look and say, okay, why is this not happening? Why is my, spouse leaving me? We're not in alignment. Okay. Loved you. It worked. Bye. Wish you well. Love you. Not going to say you're wrong. You were right when it was right for me and right for you. Now it isn't. What we're going into now is the changes that are going to cause real discomfort and disruptions. You got to go out of fear and go up here. Let it go. And know that we are going into something so amazing, in a way of living that we never thought possible, can't even comprehend, because we're so conditioned and brainwashed to behave a certain way. That is the uncomfortableness that's going to allow us to go into that new earth, to make changes and start living differently and start thinking differently and taking action. And that means you have to be super, super strong. Now, it's no more, it's like, buck up. Talk to the hand. I used to be an investment banker. You know what we used to say? There's no crying on Wall Street. If you cried, you went in the bathroom for 2 seconds. You got over it. So are you ready for this? Because if there's something out there, and it's going to be different for everybody. We're all in different places. If something hits home for you, this is your time to shine. This is your shining moment. This is when you go into awakening, because you now understand that that is the purpose of being here, and that rising above will not only dissolve the problem, but open the gateway for all the things that are going to solve this issue in the first place. Other people will step in for you, and opportunities and all kinds of stuff, because you're not seeing it as a problem and you're not in fear anymore. This is the biggest challenge, is to come out of fear. So what I'm asking you right now is, if you are experiencing some feelings of dread or anxiety or fear of the future or even the present moment, are you ready to let it go? Because this is the ultimate test of the final phase of your visit here. Not just Earth. She's going to be here a really long time. Your final phase. This is going to take some real kahunas, because stuff's going to trigger and test you. You're going to get tested. Not because there's a problem out there, but because you think there is. And it all starts with your belief. If you think it's a problem, you create it. You're so powerful that thought's creating. It's not law of attraction. Please send me this. Who are you talking to? It's you. Ye are all gods. You're talking to yourself, because you are connected to absolutely everything, which means that which you speak to is you. Just different frequencies and expressions of one energy field, and all exists at one time. You can't go into fear if you want to raise the frequency of the planet. You cannot do it. Those two don't go together. You have to make a decision. If you're in fear, come over and take Breakthrough Fear. 5 stars. Every single person that's taken it gave me 5 stars. You don't have to understand everything. You just have to know how to deal with it and not allow it to pull you in, because we inherited fear. It's not going away. Not until every single person on the planet goes into a different space, and then end of final chapter. Then we graduate. Are you ready? I didn't hear you. Elijah, where's my little guy? Elijah, you ready? Yeah, I think so. You're whole and perfect. Oh, please subscribe. I'm supposed to ask. Please subscribe. Share this. You can post it anywhere. Yeah, I want you to post it. This is training, online training. This is the training I got to start my online businesses. This is free videos. Check it out if you want to learn how to do it. These are free videos. Check it out. Free videos that I supply you. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. We're ready. We're doing it. Let's go. Let's go. Namaste.